Oh, hello, welcome everyone. Welcome to my stream here. It's been a while since I come in and did a chess video, so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm going to come in and play just a couple competitive games. Chess.com, and yeah, I just decided to support my buddy, my awesome dog Levi Rosman here. So I just wanted to promote his little book here. Just barely started, just decided I'd support him. He's been providing me a lot of entertainment the last year or so, maybe a little less. I haven't been keeping up with him that long. I'm relatively new on the scene for him, and I'm already going to buy his book that just came out because I also wanted to start getting a few chess books. I'm probably going to get about 5 or 6 chess books, maybe up to 8. I'm going to get, the Memorable Games by Bobby Fischer, and there's a few other ones I want to check out. So I've been doing some research and getting some reviews. Did read a couple reviews on this book here, and a lot of people say, if you're over like 18 or 1600 ELO or even 1300 ELO, it's not the best book, not as far as getting you advanced, but anywhere in the beginning there, getting all the way up to 13 to 16 ELO, 100 ELO, then yeah, it's a great book to start. Entertaining, it's fun, and if you like them already, you might as well. A lot of cool things about it, really good reviews. Other than if you're pushing 1600 or 1500 ELO, you might want to look at other books at that point. But yeah, still entertaining, but you might not just learn much. Anyways, now that I've talked your ear off for a minute, I'm going to jump in here and let's get a couple games going here. I've been struggling, honestly, winning matches in here. Maybe winning 30-40% of the games. Yeah. But we'll see how we do right now. Kind of hoping I can practice with the Caro-Kann defense or the Sicilian and get black. Let's see what happens. And I'm white. That's how that works. Alright, we're going to start out with hopefully the Jabala London. Hopefully I do it correctly. So nothing to really explain or anything right now. We're just kind of starting out with the standard opening, and I like to go from there. Sometimes I just wing it and kind of make my own opening. Generally speaking, you want to go with certain openings and get a better structure and increase your chances, honestly, is what it is. So from here, go there. Almost got the full opening out here now. Then we'll be at the mid-game. But yeah, by the way, I just wanted to mention, I haven't actually finished the book yet. I'm barely into it, so I can't really say anything other than I've been enjoying it so far. I like his take on it. I like how he really explains the game for a complete noob in the beginning. Like, I mean, he just lays it out, diagrams, every step, every piece, every movement, every rule. You know, and obviously if you're 15, 1600, you skip past that. But I still enjoy reading it, and just, you know, I read it, and I'm going to continue reading it. And I think toward the end of the book, I will learn a little bit, learn a few things. I think it will help increase my game. That's my prediction. We'll see. Toward the end of the opening here at this point, I like to consider moving my knight eventually and call that the opening, but he may not give me much opportunity to move my knight depending on what he does. Like right here, I kind of had to move the queen up to protect the knight. I don't want to double stack my pawns over here. Deal with that. Although that can technically help you too if you do it right. But I'm going to stick with the simplicity of this Jabava London and the structure here. And later I'll review the game and see, make sure I stood strong to the Jabava London, or if I swayed into another variation. So many variations. I really want to kind of nullify his knight coming here. So I think we're going to do this. See, once again, he's kind of making me not allowing me to move my knight. I want to just get this knight out of here, but he keeps putting pressure on certain pieces and squares to where I have to defend them. Okay, so now he castled, and I have the decision to castle on the opposite side of the board, which could cause problems. I am going to go ahead and get my knight out now, finally. And with any luck and with any smoothness, I should be able to castle here next turn. Without any craziness here, anyway. Making him think. Yeah, I got more time on the clock, so that's cool. Starting to get a little better with the time. I don't know if my game's getting better, but I'm getting better on the time. He's really thinking now. We have reached the end of the opening game now. We are now technically in the mid game here, so we'll see kind of where it goes. We're not to the end game, but we're in the mid game. Just got here. Anywhere I say between 4 or 5 moves and 15 moves, kind of depending on what's going on. We'll get you to the end game from here. 4 or 5 minimum. And that's if we just start trading pieces like crazy right now, Start doing that, then you can get to the end game pretty quick. But otherwise, usually that's not the case. It'll take about 10, 12, 15 moves to get there. Alright, so he moves this pawn up. So he's definitely just going to full march of the pawns up here. Okay, so I can either move my pawn or castle. That's kind of where I'm at. I feel I do pretty good in the opening game, honestly. I feel like I've done pretty good in the opening game. It's the middle game I have to focus on. The end game I could work on too. The end game's pretty strong. My opening and my end game are both strong. It's my middle game that's where everything gets tricky. That's where you have to think 3, 4, 5, 6 moves ahead. That's where you've got to really focus on all the different angles and the different options. For instance, I kind of was thinking he might come here. He's threatening my bishop. I'm going to do a sneaky move right here, I think. And I'm honestly okay with that trade. Because without him protecting that square, I can do something here pretty nasty real soon. So yeah, if he wants to take my bishop here, by all means he can. I'll take a pawn and double stack it up here and we'll be alright. We'll have a rank to throw the rook back here and we'll be on to some good things. So I felt like the best thing to do right here was let him take what he's after here. But just move the queen over so that she's not pinned here and open her up for the option to come up here. So when I move my knight, if he doesn't take, it'll threaten his knight. So I'm actually thinking ahead here too. I'm giving myself some options ahead. If he doesn't take the bishop, then I'm already one step ahead of my plan. And if he does take the bishop, then I can work around that option too. However, if I moved away from with this bishop, like if I move this bishop anywhere, it just weakens my structure and it doesn't allow me to get ahead on this plan. Just wanted to share my thoughts on that. So he has thrown his queen over to this side of the board. That's going to be an interesting take. So now if he takes the knight, and I take, he takes, and we're kind of going from there. Alright, I'm going to think about this one for a second. I really like this move here, and I'll explain it. Now he's got some threats going on this side of the board, and I see what he's going after, but I feel like he's chasing shadows, and he's chasing something that's going to take longer than what I'm doing. And by me moving my knight up here, I'm obviously threatening the bishop, which he can just recapture, so I'm not too worried about that. What I really like, though, is threatening this square here, putting pressure here and here, and opening up the queen is the secret. I opened up my queen for a secret kill on the knight, which he's got to see. They've got to see that. I say he because their name is Haywood Boy, so I'm going to say he. But yeah, it looks like I've opened up a couple attacks here that are a little more pressing and strong than his attacks over here. His attacks are away from my king, and I'm really not threatened by it. In fact, this is going to turn around to bite him in the butt. I mean, he's literally a move or two away from checkmate right now, so we'll see how this goes for him. I mean, if he does the right moves, he might get out of it, or he's a few moves to checkmate. But if he doesn't do anything and just keeps pressing his attack over here, he's going to get mated right here. Okay. Checkmate. I don't know why they didn't see that. I'm a little disappointed, honestly, for being a higher rank than me on here. 839. Oh well. That was a good game, though. And I'm just going to keep increasing my my skills here. But I mean, honestly, like I feel like they let me down in the end. They were chasing something over here. Like that might have worked for them before. But bro, you got two bishops poking over a direction at your full rank at your king here, and a queen that just got over here with a knight right there. Like, dude, your king is under attack, man. Like, you can't just be fiddling around over here. That's my advice to them. Let's do a game review here since I only got one. Check it out on this one. Probably should have saved it for the other game, but ooh, 81.2%. Man, I'm proud of that. I am proud of that. Let's save this one here. We like that. We like that. That's amazing. Okay, and then I'm going to add to the library here. Let's start this review. Okay, so we get to the opening. They call it the Accelerated London System. I don't know why, but I always do the Accelerated London System instead of the Jabava London. Queen's Pawn opening, or the Jabava London. I think it is still the Jabava London by other people's record. Wow, my rating in this game was 1150. And their rating was literally 450 because they totally sucked in the end. So 1150 rating against their 450 rating. That's just impressive. All right, let's go through it here, though. Next move. They're all decent moves. That's not a bad move. Everything's going good so far for both. Well, until he did that. They're saying, no, don't do that. Move the pawn up. That's better. And honestly, that would have been better because it would have forced my pawn to take or just sit there and get captured, which I would have just got captured and then recaptured. Okay, that's an okay move. That's a good move. It's an okay move. Okay move. Okay move. Everything's good so far. I didn't like my queen move. What's it saying for me to do? So when I moved my queen over and I sat there giving my little speech about how awesome I thought that was, it thinks it was a mistake and I should have moved my bishop back. But screw that. I literally won because I did what the computer said was kind of a bad move. But it's only because my opponent didn't do the right responses, but that's how I win sometimes. So sometimes you see something and you go for something that the computer doesn't really see or like, and it ends up being awesome. I just want to say that. But in this case, that's how it worked. So it wanted my bishop to go back. It thinks that was the best move. I thought the best move was to move my queen out of the way from being pinned, forked, and to set it up for the kill, which I totally killed that knight later. Let's see here. See, next move, he moved the queen, and they're just like, what? What are you doing? And then I move my knight up there, and they're like, what are you doing? So I get another, what's considered a mistake, or it's not a blunder, it's considered, no, it's not a mistake, it's an inaccuracy, a weak move. So 2 weak moves in a row, according to the computer, and I won from it. Anyway, so everything was good until those 2 weak moves, So let's see here. The next one was, okay, so that's a flat out blunder on their part. They're just like, dude, what? Even they're thinking, dude, what are you doing? Kill this guy's bishop. And then they're saying, oh, that's a great move, Everett. Now that's a great move. After you did those 2 weak moves, I wouldn't have been able to do this great move without those 2 weak moves. So anyways, and then he moves back, and they're like, what are you doing, broskies? They think moving that pawn up is going to help, which it doesn't because this knight's here, and either way, the knight checkmates the king too. So anyway, checkmate. There it is. Best move. The opening was balanced. Yeah, that's pretty much the review that I had to throw on that, spin on that. Let's play one more game, shall we? That was fun. I really liked that game. That was a good one. Although they kind of let me down in the end. I thought they were going to be a little tougher, and I don't know what they're thinking. It's all good. At least I won one. game. Here we go. And I'm white again. Man, they just keep giving me white. It's kind of annoying. Well, let's start out with the same system. I really like it. Sometimes it can get me into trouble against really strong players that know how to go against it, but otherwise, I do real well with it. Yeah, because I'm even gonna look, like, let's look up the Jabava London. Let's check this out. Yeah, let's check this out. I just want to see this. Like, okay, so up there, boom, boom. Yeah, I mean that's exactly what I do, what I did. So I mean, that's the Jabava London. All right, back to chess. Come on, where we at? All right, so his knight moves up. That's fine. It's like, should I pin the knight with the bishop, or pin the knight, you know, to the king there? Or should I move the bishop here and threaten his bishop out of there, or trade? Still getting my queen's pawn opening accelerated London system, which I'm okay with. So he's gonna come down here and try this nonsense. I'm really not a huge fan of this move because I think it's just stupid, but you know, to each their own. All I do to stop it and interrupt it is just literally move here. And if they want to trade and do all the nonsense, like, cool, let's get to it. Because it is strong if you don't react right. Like if you don't do the right thing from that threat, then they can really screw you over there. But I basically just move my bishop up, throw it into the fray, literally. You're just like, hey. He steps up, pulls out his sword. It's like, what? So yeah. And he's thinking now. He's like, oh, this guy knows how to defend this. Damn right I do. And it's making me consider, depending on what they do, moving my knight here. So I kind of almost want to move it there. And then they throw this up here. And that isn't helping them any either, really. I mean, it's just like, okay, bro. I'll literally self-pin my own knight. So, in my opinion, this person's just kind of getting a little too aggressive in the beginning here, and they're not developing all their pieces. Look at all my development I have. I've developed both my knights, both my bishops, and meanwhile, this guy's still got a bishop to move here. Now, he did finally got his knight out. I'll give him that. But, you know, he's just, we'll see. Going to go strong here. We're going to force that bishop out of there. He's going to trade. Yeah, I kind of figured he might trade. Totally fine. He got my knight, I got his bishop. And that was his very active bishop, so I'm okay with that. I got two bishops to work with now. Okay, this guy, not too shabby. should do the same crap to him he did to me, huh? I like it. Now with any luck, I can check his king and take his rook. And unless he wants to lose his queen, he can't stop it. He only has one chance to stop it right now, I think. And that is to move his bishop right here. Okay, cool, dude. Like, check. he fell for it. Yeah. We forced his king to move. He will not be able to castle. And I'm up material now. Alright, how do I want to do this? I kind of want to move this piece so it's not being threatened. So we're going to go check. And we got a free knight here. The whole time I'm just sitting here looking at this free piece. So we're going to get the rook and lost the knight for the rook. Whatever. No knights now. But we're going to get one of his knights right now. We're going to get it for free. So instead of being up 3 points of material, we're going to be up 5 points of material. I don't see a way he can stop it, honestly. He's got to move out of check. This guy's probably freaking trembling right now. He's like, oh crap. And his queen's stuck in a corner, I might add. She's literally stuck in a corner. And here's this guy trying to get out of check. That's hilarious. Thanks for the knight. He was a nice little knight. Oh, look what he got me back with. So I left myself open for that. But that's okay. We're okay with that. We are okay with this. It's going to be worth it in the end. This is a good move because I'm threatening to take his rook and I'm also threatening checkmate right here. His best move is to honestly offer a queen trade right here. Well, no, never mind. His best move is to put his queen right here next to his king. If he offers the queen trade, it won't even be a trade. It'll just be losing his queen. So yeah, he's got to move his queen next to his king. It's the only way I see this. Yep, there he goes. He figured it out. And then watch this. Boom! His queen is gone. The only safe spot he has is to put her back there, and then he loses to checkmate. If he has any sense, he'll resign right now. Oh, man. Somebody stop me tonight. It is totally terrific. I mean, this guy's done. He's done, dude. All right, how do I want to do this? Oh, because he's got me in check, I see. That's just stupid. What a moron. He's delaying he found a move to delay the inevitable. That's great. He'll actually get up in material, but he's still going to get checkmated. All I have to do is move right here. You got nothing, bro. You're delaying the inevitable, Charlie. Not bad. Wow, Charlie, impressive. That was like one of the best moves he could have done right there. However, check. And he just lost his queen. Check. Checkmate. I didn't. I mean, I figured it was mate, but if it wasn't, I would have killed his queen either way. So, just keep marching on and don't make any blunders in that. That's my advice there. Obviously, I'm not a grandmaster or international master by any means, but I feel like that's pretty instructive there. You just kind of keep making the solid moves there, and you'll have it. I don't think I have another game review. I got to go platinum again, which I will be platinum real soon. I'd like to see a game review on that one too, so be interesting. It's a great game. That was a good game. I'd like to know what my rating was in that, because my accuracy has got to be intense. Yeah, I'll be diamond again here soon. So, but yeah, anyways, great game, really good finish. So moved up here. I mean, he honestly, if you have that, like I say, I'm good at the end game. I mean, we're in the end game here, and I'm really good in the end game. And I knew that he didn't really have any options to get out of that. At some point, he was just in it. There was nothing he could do. It was just a sequence of events. As long as I make the right move in sequences, he's checkmated. He did the best thing to make it last another move or two by moving his king up. But it really didn't help, I don't think, in the end. So basically, just move the queen up here. Now he has nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. My king's over here safe as hell. Look at him. He's just surrounded by pawns. Just hanging out and chilling. Thanks for joining me, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you like chess. And I haven't finished the book, but it's awesome so far. I'll let you know and give you my review when it's over. And y'all take care. Like he says, in memory of Levi, get out of here. And in memory, in honor, I gotta correct myself, in honor of Levi, get out of here. He's still around. Thank God. Thank God.